horror and chaos be to you in the name of Runie Rose. Now, lunatics, welcome one another as I shall welcome you. Hi. We are going to be playing some more Resident Evil today. You guys seem to really enjoy the commentary portion of my Leon S+ video that I posted, so now I'm going to be doing a full commentary for my entire playthrough of Claire A S+. So you guys don't have to have watched that by any means to enjoy this video. A lot of the stuff that I'm going to be doing is pretty similar to that run as Claire, but there are some pretty big differences as well. One is coming up literally immediately here, which is that this zombie behaves a little bit differently. As Leon, I feel like you get a little bit more leeway, but as Claire, you kind of need to be inching forward already so that you can get by him a little quicker. But as long as you do that, you can get by him pretty consistently. Now, I don't mean for this to be a tutorial by any means. I am a baby gamer. There's a ton of really good, solid gamers out there who've already posted years ago tutorials for this game. So go watch those. Don't use mine as a tutorial. I just wanted to have some cozy Resident Evil 2 time with you guys and show you guys how I got it. I'm going to do some wonky things in this too because I was just kind of gonna practice for the S+ and I kind of accidentally got it, so I do some wonky things that you'll see as I get to them. I've also seen, when watching other people play, like some strange routing, particularly up here in this next area for getting to the police station. But I find both as Claire and as Leon, the path that I run works really consistently.
Almost there.
Like I've never had any issues with it, and it's basically like a straight shot. Like that guy's out of my way by the time I get to him, and then you can just run behind this guy. I basically just go straight there. It works for me. So I don't think I've ever had any problems with it. That is what I do. I am using Claire's alternative outfit, which I am obsessed with. I love it so much. It's so cute. I want it, and I want it on my body. And I love the jiggle physics on her fanny pack. I don't know, it scratches my brain in such a satisfying way. The Made in Heaven on the back, that's a reference to embroidery on the back of one of Chris's jackets, which, if I believe correctly, first came about in the original Resident Evil 2, where you see the jacket hung up. Oh, or maybe it was... Okay, wait, I'm trying to remember now. It actually might have been an alternative outfit for Resident Evil 1. And then you could just also see the jacket in the STARS office of Resident Evil 2 by his desk. And then they put it again in this game in the STARS office. And then you can also get this outfit of his little sister with the same Made in Heaven embroidery there. I think I'm remembering those facts right. So this zombie, you can't just kind of walk past him when he busts through the door. However, you have to come back through this area later in the game. If you let him fall over the desk, he will not be in your way. It's just a really easy manipulation to not have to worry about that zombie later. And then these zombies, every now and again, they give me issue, but most of the time I can just hug the right there and scoot on past them.
So nobody knows what
To get S+, by the way, for those of you who do not know, you have to beat the game in 2 hours and 30 minutes. You do have to go fast. I would say it's a pretty liberal amount of time, though, because I think I finished in about 2 hours, 7 minutes, something like that. So I had a lot of time to spare, and I wasn't particularly streamlined, as you'll see later. I was goofing a bit. And then the biggest thing is that you can only use 3 saves. And so I'll show you guys where I saved. I think you'll be surprised some of my save choices, but you'll see. And of course, I'm playing this on the hardcore mode. The hardcore mode, the zombies do more damage to you and you get less resources. So that zombie, I just knock him down so he's not in my way later. I actually think it's much cooler to leave him there and just consistently dodge around him, but I don't know. I always end up messing it up, and then it looks really lame if you hit that zombie later when there's more zombies in the hallway and it's high stress. So I just knock him down on purpose, get it out of the way. And I'm gonna kill these 2 zombies in the hallway here. But another thing about hardcore, which came up in my Leon video, because some of my Leon video was live chat, and someone in the live chat was kind of criticizing me for going for leg shots instead of headshots sometimes, and we're saying headshots are always better. And what I didn't realize at the time is that, so on hardcore, your difficulty rating or the difficulty scaling of the game is like on max by default if you're playing it on hardcore. But when you're playing it on standard, basically the game starts off easier, and the better you do, the harder the game gets. And so when you're playing on standard, actually, at the very beginning of the game, a headshot will pretty much always stagger the zombie. So I bet that's where that chatter and I had a misunderstanding, because I think they were used to hardcore, or sorry, to standard, where, yeah, if you're gonna get, it's much better to go for a headshot if it can also stagger. But on hardcore, a headshot does not always stagger. And so when I'm just trying to get past a zombie, I do tend to go for leg shots instead of headshots, because it stinks to shoot them in the head over and over, and they don't stagger hardly ever. I did get 2 crits on those 2 zombies, which was nice. I'm gonna go in here and get the leg pouch as well as the upgrade for the handgun. That'll let me load it faster. I would say Claire's handgun is what makes this Claire's route so much harder than Leon's route, in my opinion, because his starting gun is just so much better, I think. I do not like having only 5 rounds before you have to reload. Oh, and you'll see me make a lot of mistakes with that because I just forget to reload all the time. And as far as like the submachine gun instead of the Magnum, I don't really care for the submachine gun all that much. I mean, it's definitely useful. It's got its uses, especially for leg sweeps, right? But it's not comparable to the Magnum, in my opinion. Now, you did get the grenade launcher as Claire, but I feel like that's also... I like using it in very specific situations, so just overall, I have a little bit more trouble with Claire's weapons than with Leon's. So I do think Leon's route is a good bit easier than Claire's. But I also made this one harder for myself. Like I said, I had plenty of extra time when I finished the game. Part of the reason I had so much extra time, even though I make a lot of mistakes and like flub a little bit, is because I use the handgun only until the lab. I do not get the submachine gun, and I do not get the grenade launcher. I was just kind of playing around and experimenting. It's like I said, I didn't necessarily expect for this to be my final run. I was just kind of practicing playing around with it. And so I didn't put that much thought into it. I don't know if I played it again, if I would do it the same way. Maybe I would. Well, you'll see. You'll see. There's only specific parts where it really messes me up. Yeah, I like to take these zombies out on the stairs so that they are not problems later. And if I remember correctly, I get a really cool shot coming up here. Sniped. Nice. Yeah, I opened this locker, but there's another locker in the RPD that I don't open because it's got submachine gun ammo in it. And I was like, I'm not going to get the submachine gun. Which is actually right up here. So there's a locker at the end of this hallway that I don't open, but the code to it is DCM. I really love this game. It just, everything about this game is so nice. It's so good. So I'm gonna turn around and shoot this guy with my reticle aimed 6 times. Oh, or 2 times. Wow. I was killing it this game.
It's Marvin.
What luck is that?
Why, what's up?
I'm trying to angle my camera to see where that girl is. There's a female zombie in here who just, ugh, she's so annoying. There she is. I was trying to decide like where I wanted to take her on. But I think I don't know this for sure, but I think on hardcore, part of what makes it harder is that the zombies, I swear, their like heads bobble more. Like they like wiggle and jiggle around more, which makes me miss shots. Okay, I was on something this run. I didn't remember getting so many headshots. Nice. That definitely saved me some handgun bullets, which was good because I did, you know, run low on handgun bullets, as I'm sure you can imagine, because it's the only thing I was using. So yeah, I didn't get the book because I wasn't going to get the submachine gun. It's funny because I'm playing the game fast, but it's not a speed run. And as I was doing this, I just become more and more convinced that I never want to speed run a game because I just don't have it. I don't have it in me. Oh, I got this code mixed up. I thought it was Eagle Branch, but it's actually Branch then Eagle. I get stuck on corners a lot. Like, I'm just clumsy. I don't know. Maybe that's the kind of thing that will go away with time. But it also could be, like, I don't have a very good mouse, you know? And I've never, like, fiddled with sensitivities and stuff like that. So I might be, like, also at a bit of a handicap, but I don't know. I don't know if I could ever be running those tight corners and stuff, these precise lines. Go ahead and use the spade key here so you can get rid of it.
Yeah, not out of here yet.
But also, because I don't need to get the weapons card and I don't need to get the red gem, it's also kind of like not that big of a deal if I can't get rid of the spade key. But out of habit, I just went ahead and used it. So, gosh, her outfit is so cute. The boots with the, and I love like the shorts under the shorts. I guess, yeah, those are biker shorts. I guess I just put that together. The biker shorts under her jean shorts. It's so cute. So yeah, see, I can go ahead and discard it because I've opened everything. And that's the only key, I think, in the entire game that I used all of the openings for. I was trying to do a trick there. I don't know if it works with Claire, but I know with Leon, if you're like kind of facing the wall, when it hits, you'll like stumble forward instead of backwards, which is like a speedrunner tactic. So I do end up getting this board over here, and then it ended up not mattering, and I didn't need to get it. I think it should have mattered though. You'll see when I come back in for RPD2 that I kind of struggle a bit, so I'll talk about it when I get there. I ended up not needing that board, but I got it anyways. So this is the section where that zombie that I let fall over the desk, he could possibly be in your way here. But if you let him fall over the desk, he won't be in your way. So I actually didn't board that window, which I do when I play as Leon. It just didn't matter. Didn't need to do it. Then I realized I needed to get rid of something here, didn't I? What did I end up getting rid of? I think the... See, I shouldn't have picked up the board. I didn't even need the board. I didn't need the board. I could have left that green herb too, because you can always pick it up later. Sometimes there's a zombie here that'll be in your way, and I'll like leg shoot him. But he was just completely out of my way, so I got lucky there. I would like to eventually do a playthrough where I don't use the box too, but I'm also like, how? I feel like I'd have to do so much planning for that. Because I use the box, I use the box a lot, but I also pick up a whole bunch of items. It would just, I think it would be difficult for me. Because I'm a hoarder. So I go ahead and I board up this window to prevent a zombie from being here later, but then I don't end up coming back through this hallway. But you'll see when I get there. Now I found a new strat with this guy. I usually try to kneecap him, but I found that if you just go by that corner, he's not there. And then this guy was like in the worst positioning possible. I got very unlucky with this. I still could have gotten by him if I had staggered him, but I didn't see him quite in time to have the reaction speed for it. But yeah, he can be like anywhere in that hallway. I've actually never had him be right there that I can remember. He was just very inconveniently right in front of the door. So that was rude of him, and I hate him. And he should consider being nice to me next time. Very rude. So yeah, I did take some damage early on here, but I had enough healing, so... Actually, I kind of run low on healing later, but it's still fun. It all worked out. It wasn't that big of a deal. If you get to heal in this early section, I've found that it really doesn't matter all that much, because you do have kind of a lot of healing in the game if you're picking up all the items as they come. So, before I'm going into like boss battles and stuff, I like to get shields up, so early game I'll use first aids a lot if I get hurt instead of the herbs. So now we can actually make our way through here and go to the Star's office. So cool to come back here, revisit it after playing 3. Because you got to see how that wall got busted open and everything when you play as Carlos in Resident Evil 3. Which is very fun. This liquor is distracted, so as long as you just book it straight in here, he will not really bother you. So, the liquors, I feel like are really easy enemies to deal with and manipulate, so I really don't mind having liquors around at the end of the day. So very soon we'll get to the part where she has liquors instead of dogs compared to Leon. I actually do think that's mostly I think that Leon's is easier, but the dogs are much harder to deal with than the liquors, in my opinion, for Claire. You just gotta walk around them. And then when you get to a door, run a little bit and tick them off. It's my favorite thing to do. I'm telling you, you have to do it. When you get to a door, go ahead and tick the liquor off. It's very satisfying. Oh, are you asleep? Like, what is he attacking? He's just having a little temper tantrum over there. Gosh, her outfit is so good. It's so cute. I don't know the exact timing with the C4, because you don't actually have to wait until it totally explodes. I actually think you can run out and then run right back in. And it still will prevent that shelf from knocking over. I've also never understood these noises. Like, what really sounds like it's coming very close to you. I'm not quite sure what you're hearing as far as that liquor goes. I guess it's just warning you that the liquor is there. This liquor is very easy to avoid if you just hug the right. That's what I'm saying, is like, even a liquor like that, let's say you don't want to dodge it, you could just throw a flashbang if you wanted to. And not really have to worry about it. So now I will go on to the Birkin fight. A lot of people will make their first save here. I do not. I feel pretty confident in the Birkin fight. I don't always get it totally perfect, but I don't die. So there's that. I'm gonna go into the Birkin fight with a heal and 2 knives and a grenade. The grenade I'll pick up at the bottom of the stairs. And that's what I use to fight him. I'm at 120 FPS, but you can still beat him with the knife at 60 as well. I think you just have to use a grenade. Maybe 2 grenades, I forget. There's a strategy to be able to do it. But at 120, you don't even need a grenade. If I recall correctly, I don't use the grenade this time. I actually had a run that failed before this one, and I had a perfect Birkin fight, but of course that run failed and I had to start over. And so this one I don't think was a perfect Birkin fight. And by perfect Birkin fight, I mean I just killed him instantly without any grabs or anything. I think he does grab me this time I fought him, but it doesn't really matter because I just lost a knife and I end the game with a surplus of knives, so it's not a big deal to lose a knife in this fight. So you get a little early cutscene here.
Words ain't gonna cut it with this.
Knife him to death. Wait for his eyeball. I'm like trying to slice up so I can get the eyeball there. You can see. Oh, here's where I messed up. Yeah, so I should have stopped slicing there and closed the distance. Yeah, that was just a dumb mistake on my part. When he walked that far away, you have to stay closer to him than that. And there he goes. So easy fight. It's really not hard. I feel like sometimes people are impressed, but if I can do it, it's not that hard. I promise. It's not that hard. You can do it. Don't be afraid to knife Birkin to death. You can absolutely do it. I'm just gonna run around and gather everything. I'm drinking a LaCroix. Mojito LaCroix. It doesn't have alcohol in it. It's just, that's just the flavor. The flavor is just like a minty, limey. Mild lime, mostly minty. It's actually pretty good. If you like sparkling water, you might like it. I really like sparkling water. That's also my favorite thing to get on an airplane. They ask me what to drink. I will get the soda water. Without alcohol, I don't drink on a plane. But I will drink some sparkly water. I just feel like it settles my tummy and it also feels hydrating, but then I don't have to drink the water from the plane, which I don't know if it's true or not, that like you should never drink water from the airplane, but it's in my head, so. Also that line from her always cracks me up because it's just like a lever. She's like, it won't move. You got it. It's like, what do you mean I just pulled the lever, girl?
I don't get to see her much.
She's so cute.
Hopefully you'll get to see her again soon. So where's your dad?
So I'm actually not gonna save here
Or keep my
either.
mom, but
I thought about it and then I I decided not to. I saw a video the other day that was kind of criticizing some of the lines in this game.
Wow. Both of my parents are gone.
Like
It's just
that?
me and my brother.
Saying like it's awkward. But I don't know. It is awkward, but in a way that feels very realistic to me. Like when somebody tells you that their parent is dead, it is awkward. Like what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to say?
Okay.
And so
Key card
her being
first.
like, wow,
Then that
my
asshole
parents
gets
are
what's coming
dead
to
too.
him.
Like it feels like an actual conversation that can happen. I don't know. I don't get the criticism. I love it. I think it's great. I criticized some of the Leon's lines as well, which never struck me as, I don't know. They didn't strike me as awkward. They criticized Annette's scenes, which I do think that there was some clunky writing with Annette. But also, I see what they were going for with her. Overall, I still give it a 10 out of 10. I like the writing in this game. I like the dialogue. I really like the voice acting. So here we have some liquors, and I'm just gonna walk right by them. It's a walk in the park. If the park was a prison kennel and morgue. Just casual walk in the morgue. I think I pulled one of the wrong ones open in this. I can never remember exactly where all of them are. And I get really paranoid that this is going to be in my way later. So I always push it back in. I probably could leave it back open, but I push it back in. Yep, okay, I did. I'm trying to get the flashbang, but it's actually in that last one. I couldn't remember where it was. When I play as Leon, I actually do not bother getting the diamond key. Right? Yeah, I don't bother getting the diamond key. But you have to get it as Claire. You can't progress. I always push his body back in because I don't know if he wakes up. So back in he goes. Because I don't want to deal with 3 zombies. 2 zombies is enough. Oh yeah, this like, I don't know. Sometimes the hitbox for these are really wonky for me. See, this is why I can't be a speedrunner, because I'd just be doing stuff like that and getting really mad. The hitbox, man, it's wonky. It's so wonky. Perfect stagger. Look at that. 3 shots. That's what you want to see. And then I have to remember to walk again. Now, apparently you can get some pretty bad RNG with these ones, but they were right where I wanted them to be, so I just walked around them. It's so tempting to run through this door, but you can't because there's another one right out here. I'm sure so many people have died because of that. It's so rude that they put a surprise one out here. I guess it's not really a surprise because you see it like running down the hallway when you first come in. I did not start running early enough to hear the lickers get angry, unfortunately, there. I should have started running earlier. In this room, I'm going to pick up an upgrade for the grenade launcher, even though I don't have it yet. Now, the grenade launcher, if you do not pick it up in the RPD, you can actually get it in the lab. They just kind of give it to you. So I won't be without it for the whole game, but I won't have it until I get to Nest. So, see, this is what, see, and I missed the button. This is why I can't be a speedrunner. I can't be a speedrunner. Now, a lot of this was kind of uncharted territory for me. As far as I hadn't really practiced this a lot. So like I said, I wasn't expecting this to be my final run or anything. So I wasn't totally sure what I was doing here. So I get turned around a few times and it's a little clunky, but you know what? It worked. It worked. So I think this is the first time I examined an item too. That's crazy. And we're like, what, like 30 minutes into the game? I'm good on time though. So far. I don't bother going downstairs at all. I just go upstairs here, so saves me some time. I'm gonna go into this room over here and then I'm gonna kill the 2 zombies in here, because this is my escape route later when Mr. X is chasing me after the clock tower. So I know there's like fancy ways to dodge these guys, but I don't want to do it. I just want them dead because they scare me. So they had to go. I think I missed picking up an item in here too, maybe. I couldn't figure out where they were coming from. I wasn't wearing headphones for this. I know. That was lucky because he was getting so close to me. Oh my gosh, that was so lucky.
Seriously?
It's crazy how fast they can be too. Like, see how many headshots I'm getting and it's not staggering him? That's why I said if you're just trying to get by one, leg shot is much more consistent. But that's only when you're at the highest difficulty rating. Wow. I mean, I had already sunk a bunch of bullets into him, but still, it's always nice to get a headshot because you know for a fact that they're dead. You don't have to do a test shot. I haven't explained that yet. For those of you who are just watching this but don't actually play the game, you're just watching it for the cozy zombie vibes. If you see me after they're down take an extra shot, I'm making sure that they're dead. Because sometimes they fall down and they're not dead yet. But if you can get a shot into their head most of the time, if they don't stand up, then you can be assured that they're actually dead. And now we go on to the roof bit, where I'm going to kill another zombie. It's the same face model as the creepy woman zombie in the library. And this zombie is equally as troublesome, I feel like. So, what is it about this zombie model? I could see her down there. Trying to decide how, like, where I wanted to attack her. But she has to go. I think she's even wearing the same outfit as she does in the library. Sometimes they have like the same face but a different outfit. See, that was my test shot to make sure she was dead. There's another zombie down here, but I actually do not bother killing him. My main thing is that I want to make sure that he doesn't follow me up the stairs here because I'm gonna circle X here later. So in order to do that, I just get rid of his leg.
What the hell is up with
I should have been focusing on one leg, but I missed some of shots and did the other leg instead. There you go. Now he's crippled, and even if he tries to crawl up the stairs, it's going to take him a really long time, so I just basically don't have to worry about him. Which is why I leave him like that. And, especially if you don't miss your shots like I did. Use a few less bullets there. It's my main reason why I did that. And I save on ammo, especially when I'm only playing with the handgun for so much of the game. I think if you didn't fight Birkin with the knife, I don't know if you could do it. Actually. Here I circle Mr. X.
Jesus,
I want to try doing the Mr. X dodge at some point. There's like a technique that you can do where you bait out a punch and then you can just run around him. I've actually never tried to do it, but this far into the run and I haven't saved yet, I'm not doing that. And I'm glad I didn't because I make other mistakes here. So, I wonder if there's just a completely, like a different route that I should have taken. But basically what I do is once he's chasing me here, I ran back through this east section to the main lobby. And then I go through the west office down here. There's a zombie that I didn't wake up earlier by not walking down that side. Oh, I think I was looking at my inventory like... You know, this might have been part of my problem too, because I took some extra time to clear out my inventory here. And I think that might have let Mr. X get a little closer to me. See, I thought I might get tagged. That's why I just kept a heal on me. Yeah, I'm gonna run through to the right here because this zombie isn't awake yet until you run by him, which is why I never went that way originally. Then you have to walk through here because there's a liquor, which is very inconvenient. And I don't know, I just made some dumb mistakes here, so maybe my route here isn't fine, it's just the execution. Like, I fumbled, I didn't pick it up. I don't know, the hitbox was being weird and I didn't pick it up. And then he's already busting through the door, so I had to circle him around. So my original plan was to go back out through the west hallway. That's why I boarded that window, so there'd be one less zombie here. But instead, I think I just panicked because it didn't go to plan, and I tried to walk it out past this liquor, which ended up not working. I should have gone into the east office again, actually, because I probably could have dodged the zombie in there as well. When I started running here, I thought that that might be enough, but it wasn't quite enough space, so I did get tagged by the liquor. And then getting tagged by the liquor basically gave Mr. X, like, enough to catch up. At least I think that's who punches me. Yeah, I think that's Mr. X? Maybe it wasn't. I don't know what punched me there. It was the liquor or it was Mr. X, one or the other. But it's fine. It all turned out fine in the end. But yeah, if you know, I ended up getting the S+, so I didn't have to figure something else out. But if I was gonna run this again, I don't know. I would want to figure this out more. And then, yeah, I also got completely messed up here by liquors because I forgot they were in here. So I ran in here like a crazy person. I actually had temporarily forgotten about that. Wow, I really messed up. Yeah, I have to figure out something different with this because I just kind of flubbed it. But you know what? It all worked out in the end. I got a little unlucky by the clock tower too, but well, I mean, yeah, it all worked out, so it wasn't a big deal. I don't know if do you only have to do this once or do you have to do this twice? I think you might only need to do it once. Or maybe, oh, maybe you do have to do it twice. I don't know. I did it twice, it worked out. It's me trying to check with my camera to see if Mr. X is gonna kill me the second I get up there. But luckily, I had some safety. This zombie, if you just hug the right here and duck straight into this room, he can't really get you. I think I struggled a bit on this puzzle, I don't know why. I think I was just very flustered and a little bit distracted during this part because I had messed up that other part so much. If you have done runs of this, let me know how you handle RPD2 as Claire. I would love to hear how you guys did it because I think it's just not quite as straightforward as Leon's path for it. As the Leon, I go through the west hall. I mean, I like going in through the west office And then you can walk past that liquor. All of that is fine. Yeah, I think where I really messed up was just letting Mr. X frazzle me. If I had picked up the crank efficiently and gotten the grenade, then I could have just circled Mr. X there. Or I might not have even needed to circle him, and I could have gone out the west hall. And I think there is a zombie there. But still, even dealing with the zombie would have been less of a hassle. Like if I took a bite from the zombie, I probably would have gotten punched by Mr. X too if that was the case. Hopefully I could have dodged the zombie. I've never done that before, so I don't know how hard the zombie is to dodge. I'm pretty sure there is one zombie there that you have to get around. But if I could get around that zombie, and I do think you also have to walk because there's a liquor that can jump over there. I don't know. See, I don't know what the best route to do is. See, here's where I got a little unlucky because that guy was right there, which has actually never happened to me before. I knew it was possible, but he's usually kind of turned down the hall. But I was annoyed by it because there's a green herb right there that I was really hoping to grab since I am injured. But he was just too close to me. I wasn't going to be able to grab it safely, so I had to leave it behind. But usually he's like way down the hall, so I can scoot in and grab that green herb there. I killed the guys in here, so I'm able to get through here without any issues, which is nice. And I think I saw an item and I still left it behind. Maybe it's submachine gun ammo, actually. So maybe I didn't need it. I don't know what it is. Now, I could have run into X here too, but I didn't. So I guess that was lucky. Overall, I would say more luck than bad luck because Mr. X also could have been out there in the hallway when I left the clock tower, and he also could have been right here and gotten on my nerves. But here is actually where I'm going to make my first save. Maybe some of you have been waiting for it, like, Runie, when are you gonna save? Oh, Runie, when are you saving? Runie, I'm saving. I'm making my first save. I actually ended up not needing to save here because what you're seeing, this is going to be my first attempt after this is my first attempt. So I didn't end up even using this save. I used my second two saves, but not this one. Arguably, maybe I should have redone this section because I make a lot of mistakes here. For example, I take way too long on this puzzle because I didn't have it memorized. Like I said, I was getting into territory where I didn't really have notes for everything, and I hadn't practiced these sections at all. Now, I have played through Claire B on hardcore. I didn't get S+, but I did play through Claire B. But I don't know, this was like just different enough to make it a little complicated. So yeah, I didn't have notes for this puzzle, so I actually just had to figure it out. Luckily, it didn't take me too long. I really like the puzzles in this game. I think partially because I don't find them to be very difficult. So it makes me feel smart. But I should have had notes on that so that I could have gotten it done faster. The main reason I made the save for this section was because I was afraid that I would get trapped. Because I don't have a lot of experience playing through this section, but it ended up being really easy. I did watch like a tutorial video before I did it, and that tutorial video also gave me the key to this puzzle. Watch how easy this is. Okay, I didn't have notes. I was just going off of memory, but I remembered it. So put the block in, then move the second to the first slot, move the third to the second slot, and then just make the shapes match. Look at that. Boom. I solved the puzzle. That's crazy easy. That's so much easier than when I did it the first time. So that's the strat. Place, just like let it auto place the block that you find. Then put second and first, third and second, and then match the shapes. Easy, easy. I didn't even know where I was going in this. Look, I'm like looking the wrong way. In retrospect, I really should have done this section over, even though I did it successfully, because it could have been a lot smoother on a second go around. I got a plus, so what's it matter? Ooh. My goodness, I'm a little bit tired. And those of you watching in the future, or maybe this is the first time watching anything, you might not like have the context, but I just went on a trip to Japan and I'm jet lagged really bad. I'm really bad jet lagged. Yeah, see, look, I'm just lost everywhere. So, as of right now, it's only like 3:30 in the afternoon, but I'm so sleepy. I'm so sleepy.
The door out of here.
I mean, it is the door out of there, but you're not gonna get out that easy, Sherry.
Oh no, it's him.
I got a little more context for Chief Irons, which makes his part in this make a little bit more sense. Look, I started running towards him. I did not know what I was doing. What a mess. So apparently part of his whole deal is that he thinks that he's infected. Like, he becomes convinced that he's infected. And that's partially why he starts, like, trying to retaliate against his men, because he's just, like, bitter and thinks that he's gonna die. And he's kind of just panicking, and the paranoia and, like, having to come face to face with his mortality, even though he's a creep and a murderer himself, just starts to catch up with him and make him crazy. Like, he's just going insane.
Doors locked.
And that's why he really focuses on Sherry, because he knows that that locket is gonna help him get the antidote.
Show yourself. I know
Vaccine,
you're
whatever
in
it
here.
is, antiviral.
The longer it takes
And
me
he
to
thinks that he
find you,
needs that
the
because he's
worse
convinced
it's
that
gonna
he's
be.
already infected. Of course he could be infected, who knows? And we'll never know for sure because he meets his fate in a different way. Yeah, I just kind of circled this. And then the tip I got was to wait for a specific voice line and then book it to under the table.
Oh god.
And that worked absolutely perfectly.
Bitch has gotta be here somewhere. Oh, God damn it!
That's it. Wait for that and then sneak over here. And we should be good to go from now on.
Son of a bitch.
No more. Please.
This is your last fucking chance. Show yourself. Now!
He really should have rinsed his face more though. Like, he shouldn't have waited this long to rinse his face. Like, just was a huge mistake on his part. Where was she gonna go? It's not like she could have gotten out the front door, you know? Even if she had gotten out, you know, Claire still probably would have come. The odds of them running into each other are very small.
Fuck is my key?
And then he could have just killed
see
Claire
you.
and gotten the locket. Like, I don't know. I think he fumbled, man. If I was him, I would have gotten my way. But I never would have been a jerk like he was. Like, that's what's so crazy, in my opinion, is if he had just been nice to Claire and Sherry, like, they, like,
I'm coming!
probably would have helped him. Claire definitely seems like the type of person who would have been like,
Get over
okay, let's try.
bitch.
You know what I mean? Especially if he was being helpful and kind. But he just wasn't that type of person, I guess. What do you think? Tell me what you think. Do you think Claire would have helped him if he'd been nice and helpful?
Good to see you again, Claire.
That's why the scariest
wait,
evil
asshole.
people are the ones who have like better social skills. Oh, I got so turned around here. See, I really should have replayed this. And I waste so many grenades. Let's keep a wasted grenade count because it's gonna make me want to puke when I think about it. I could have used those grenades later on, man. I wanted to take a heal with me because I was afraid I was gonna get bitten by the dogs here. But I don't know why I brought a full heal. That's what's crazy, like with a shield. I think maybe that was unnecessary. I could have just done like a regular heal. But it's too late now, I did what I did. But I was afraid I was gonna get hit by dogs. Now I see a lot of people with the dogs actually try to like shoot the dogs, but they tend to use the submachine gun. I don't have the submachine gun, and I don't have that luxury. So instead, I'm gonna be cheeky here and just try to run past them. You'll see how it goes. Oh no, Mr. X spawns here.
You again?
Again, I think you can try to bait out a punch, but I don't know, I just ran around. I ain't trying to be risky. Though I could have been, because my save wasn't that far away. And I say that, but I do something a bit more risky coming up here. I almost get bit, you'll see. So there's a fence up here with 2 zombies, and usually, I say usually, just the one other time that I've played this, I let them like bust out of the fence and then ran around. So that was my plan. But then I also saw people be cool about it and just like stagger the second zombie and walk over the first as it falls through. Which it did end up working for me.
Looks like the only way
But I feel like that one zombie on the ground like definitely could have caught me in that lunge. I probably should have run a little closer. But you know what? It still worked out. So that was a little risky what I did there, but I wanted to try it. And same thing with just dodging this woman down here instead of staggering her. I saw that you can, if you're quick enough, just get past her, so I was like... Look at that. Crazy. I was living on the edge. I'm about to continue living on the edge here. So I'm like, let me just dodge the dogs. It looked like when I saw the professionals doing it that they were just like running straight towards the dogs, but that did not work for me. I think you have to run like slightly off center towards the dogs and it helps. Because I tried that on a dog coming up and then it did work that time. Also, I was able to heal up with just a regular herb that I found. So actually that ended up working well. Yeah, see that one, I was a little bit to the side of it, and so that worked. And then, oh, I totally messed up here. This is so embarrassing. I don't know why I took a few steps towards him, and it just closed the distance. So there's wasted grenade number 1. Oh, that hurts me to see. I was waiting to see where these dogs were before I
That's gotta be the orphanage.
busted out, and then I just zigzagged. I just did the zigzag.
Hang on, Sherry.
You know what? It's still pretty smooth of a run there, huh? But I'm so sad about that grenade. Just, absolutely. Just no reason. There was just no reason, to have lost that grenade. And I had just picked it up. Oh, stop. I would almost rather have taken the bite. Oh well. It's not the only one. That's what's so sad. And there I got kind of turned around here as well. So I'm about to go into the sewers section, which proved to be crazy. Because I didn't know what I was doing.
Sherry,
I really should have redone this whole thing.
Claire! Sherry? I'll be right there!
the little girl voice actress too. I think she did a really good job, man. I guess I actually don't know if that is actual child voice actor or not. Regardless, the voice actor did very well. Yeah, I got turned around here. I was like, where do I go? Look at me, I'm so stupid.
Sherry, come on.
It was also really hard to see my screen, and I didn't realize it until I think I was in the lab area.
Sherry's.
The reason that it was is because I had my blinds open and I just wasn't thinking about it, and it was like shining the light on my computer and making it extra hard to see. I think I was considering like if I wanted to save right before I went into the sewers or not. But then I was like, no, I don't. I want to do that. Because I haven't really done much, just like Sherry's part and the run to the orphanage, so...
Sherry? Can you hear me?
I'm so turned around. It's embarrassing. Just, you guys, pretend you don't see how much I get turned around in the sewers.
Now I'm gonna smell like shit.
Please do me a favor and pretend you do not see you. For some reason I was expecting that to be a grenade. Is it always a gun? Or, yeah, is it always powder? High-grade gunpowder? I don't know why I expected it to be a grenade. I might have just made that up.
Cable car. Here?
In my defense, I do feel like this area is quite the maze. I don't need to get into the locker over there because it's got submachine gun ammo in it. So I just kind of skirt around these zombies. But the locker combo is SZF?
I'll be right there.
Don't quote me on that. Here I am, I'm just going for it. Sorry, I'm getting so sleepy. The jet lag is rough. I thought I had maybe fixed it because I did a good job of staying awake during normal hours and getting a lot of sunshine yesterday. But I feel like I'm in need of a nap today. And I can't let myself nap. I've got to get it together. The code to this safe is just written on the side of the safe, so I actually don't have notes for this code. I just kind of look what it is. I think it's 212.8. And this is another upgrade for the handgun, which is good for me because I'm using the handgun a lot, aren't I? And then this guy, you actually don't have to wake up. If you're like slow and careful about it, you can just not deal with him. Because he will wake up if you get too close to him. I didn't wait for a headshot on this guy because I didn't want to get that close to him because there's going to be 2 zombies coming after me. And it's sections like these where I really miss Leon's shotgun. But you know what? I was doing all right, wasn't I? That's crazy. That's so crazy.
What the fuck?
This guy comes after me so fast here. It really scared me. You'll see me get scared. I was like, how is he already there? Holy crap. Yeah, what was up with you? That's why I like panic fired and didn't even let my reticle focus for a few shots there. I was like, it stinks because I want to get a headshot, but I don't want to be that close to him. But he was dead, so we're all good. Now here, I just messed up because what I should have done is just done this whole section over here, right? But I got mixed up. And so instead I just grabbed this grenade over here. And then instead of just going over there, I went to do this harder section over here. And I really didn't mean to be doing this. I just got turned around. I couldn't remember exactly the order of which things happened, especially because they're different with Claire than they are with Leon. I got turned around and it worked out in the end. But it was a bit of a fiasco. I shouldn't say that. It actually worked out pretty smooth. Watch me go all the way up these stairs. I did not know where I was going. Look. I was struggling. I was like, where do I go again? What am I doing? I'm confused. And then I was like, oh yeah, I can jump off of this ledge, right? Or take the ladder, sorry. And then I'm, you know, at this point, I'm still just like chilling.
Creepy.
I'm like, okay, I remember this. Yeah, go get this herb. It's gonna bust out of the stomach, whatever else. Yeah, I'll step up on this ledge, walk over here. And I think it was about here that I realized. I saw the red light in the distance and I was like, oh. Yeah, I'm looking at my inventory like, do I even have enough space to do what I need to do here? But I figured, you know what? Well, I'm here, so I'm just gonna go for it. But actually, this part went really smooth. We'll see. So I got a tip to line yourself up with this little edge here. And you should be a good distance from this guy to be able to dodge around him. And then I hug the right over here. It does not always work, even if you do it just like that. That one guy sometimes will still grab you, but sometimes he won't. And I got really lucky and he did not grab me there. And I think I was like a little bit in shock and awe at how smoothly that went, that I got a little befuddled. I also could not find my notes for this section. So you're gonna see me struggle a lot. Runetics, just pretend you do not see the struggle. Pretend you do not see. Because I get really turned around here. What stinks is I have like really detailed notes on exactly how to do this puzzle so that I could do it really quickly when I was going for my Leon S+. And I could not find them. I have since found them. Wait, I think I have them over here. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Oh no, maybe I didn't find them. Nope, I found them. Yeah, like very detailed notes. Grab piece. Go left. Blue herb on the left. Go left again. Insert piece. Go through the door. Kill the zombie. go up the stairs, grab the piece, jump down, go right back inside that area that you just left, insert the piece on the left, get the flamethrower, in this case, the spark gun, get back your piece, go outside that room, grab the piece, go down your pathway to the left, insert the piece, run in, insert the piece, run back, get the queen piece, turn right, get the king piece, go upstairs, jump down. So I have like exactly what you need to do in notes, but they were not where they were supposed to be. So I couldn't find them. And so instead I kind of run around like a maniac here, trying to figure out how to solve the puzzle. I pick up the spark shot here, and then I never use it. So, and I'm actually glad that I have it because I have a save. I save in the sewers right before you fight Birkin for the second time. I'm glad that I have the spark shot after all, because now I have a save where I can go and practice using it. But I don't know about the spark shot. Because I didn't end up using it, it does take up inventory space that I didn't need it to. And I'm realizing that I was gonna run out of inventory space here. However, I do have a blue and a green mix and a red herb there. Wait, why didn't I feel like I threw it away, and now I'm like... Runetics, pretend you do not see. Runetics, just pretend you do not see. Why did I do that? Literally, why? Why did I do that? Runetics, pretend you do not see. I was struggling, okay? I was also jet lagged while I played this, so... have some mercy on me. That's so embarrassing. What was I doing? Why did I do that? No! It was fine. I didn't even need it anyways. So I should have redone this section. I should have redone it because it does not go very smoothly. I'm getting nervous to go back here. That's why I keep pausing. I thought I might use the shotgun in case one of them was in my way, but I actually, if I remember correctly, this went really smoothly as well. Yeah, so I saw him start to wiggle, so he will knock into you usually if you do that, but he knocks you forward, so it ends up working out. And then sometimes there can be another one in your way over here, but I got really good RNG and there was nobody there. So yeah, that was actually really, really nice luck there, because this section can be horrible. Instead of using a spark shot here, I chose to just dodge this guy. Which I did that sometimes as Leon as well. I think that dodge is usually pretty consistent. But I also could have spark shotted him to stun him. And then I really did not know where to go here. I was like, where do I go? Oh, and I'm remembering now. I make a big mistake here. I'm so silly. Alright. Hug to the left here, so you don't have to deal with this guy. Again, if he knocks into you, it's not a big deal because it knocks you forward. It stinks that you can also use this to get back up into the RPD, so after you use the tool here, you can't throw it away, because you technically can still use it. So this guy up here, I should have killed him. 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 And I saw advice saying to kill him, but then I also saw speedrunners just run by this guy. Right? Oh, I'm also realizing that I don't have enough space once again. So I think I end up taking that. So you know, it all worked out in the end. I saw speedrunners and I thought I could do that. So I run out here, I grab this thing, I quick turn and run back. He's already up! Like, how do you get up that fast? Like, he got up so fast. How does anybody... I mean, I know I didn't do it like perfect execution, but like, I don't feel like I took that long. It's not like I dawdled. Anyways, that's really tight. If you're gonna try to run out there, grab that and run back in before that guy stands up. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. And then here I make another mistake. This would have been perfect if I had gone the right way, but I got turned around and I went to the right instead of the left. And this ended up not being great. So yeah, that's grenade number 2 that I wasted in this section. That's 2 wasted grenades. I already knew at this point that I had made the wrong turn, but I ran out here anyways. I debated going back that direction, and I was like, nah, I'd rather deal with this guy than the 3 zombies up there. Because I've never gone back into that room, so I don't know what those zombies would be doing. So if I had been a little bit more over to the corner here, I actually think I could have gotten by this guy just fine. But he does end up grabbing me. I didn't have a sub-weapon, so I just have to get poisoned. Yeah, it just is what it is, unfortunately. So, well, I used it. This is the way I should have gone the first time. Yeah, if I had redone this section, I think I would be looking real slick and real cool to you guys by how awesome it would have gone. But instead, this is what you get to see. My janky first attempt. Where I'm so turned around. Help me. I needed help, lunatics. Oh, I think I even struggled remembering how to do this puzzle too. I did. But I think I did find notes for this and then I still struggled to complete this puzzle. But we are getting into the second Birkin fight, and I do make a save before that. So I'm about to make my second save of the run, which I think ended up being a nice decision because I do struggle with the boss fights. All of this section up to here, I feel really confident that I could do without saving at all, actually. Because it'd be fun to do a no-save run one day, but it's these boss fights that really... I struggle with them. You'll see it, I'm sure. I don't remember exactly how this boss fight goes, but like I said, this save is the first time you're seeing me do it, but after this second save, it did take a few attempts. I think 3 attempts for me to beat this guy. I think my biggest thing is dodging. I guess though, all of that being said, if I was gonna do a no save run, I could play it safer and get stronger weapons because I could have the grenade launcher and the submachine gun here without a whole bunch of effort or danger. And that would be useful in this fight. But all I have is the spark shot and my handgun, and I end up not using the spark shot. I tried. My first attempt, I tried, but I just can't get the hang of the spark shot, you guys. I just need to practice it, I'm sure. But that's why I'm glad I have this save, because this is like a great save to just go and practice using the spark shot against Birkin. but I didn't end up using it in this run because I just can't, I don't know. I can't get the hang of it. Maybe I should practice it on standard, actually. I don't know. It seems like there's no point, though, because I'm only playing hardcore now. I don't think I could go back to standard for this game. Now, other Resident Evil games, I'm happy to play on standard if I've not played them before. But this one, I feel like it would be weird to play it on standard now. Unless I was just doing something silly for fun. Alright. Here we go, second save. I think I got really nervous making this save for some reason. I don't know why. I was like, I'm gonna save over something. I'm sure you guys can relate. I know I can't be the only one. I get so squirrely about like overwriting save files. I used to not. I'm sure you guys who have been here for a long time remember I've saved over a few things in my early gaming career. Now I'm a real gamer and it stresses me out. Yeah, you can see I end up not using the spark shot. I just took more handgun ammo into the fight. I did learn a handy trick to make the fight start quicker. Because you can hide beside the fans in this first section of the Birkin fight, and he will repeatedly attack from the ceiling, but he won't hit you if you stand by the fan. But it does take kind of an annoying amount of time to wait. And so I thought, why don't I get some damage on him and speed this part up for my own sanity? So the trick here is you can actually throw the grenade right as the door busts down, but I couldn't get the timing for that right. So instead what I do is I run by the fan and then I throw a grenade as his hand pops out here. So it does damage to him, and then he immediately comes over to the door and starts busting it down. So much quicker. I mean, just even if it wasn't doing damage, the damage doesn't end up actually mattering all that much, as you'll see. But just for the sake of time, I think it's worth it. So here I had a strategy that was working pretty well, and it just doesn't work for me here. So I purposefully run into this corner. This is supposed to bait like a specific attack that you can run under. And it didn't do that this time. So I ended up taking a hit really early on, which kind of stunk. Now I couldn't get the hang of which arm I wanted to, like which way I wanted to circle him. Like, I just could not get him to attack here. It was so annoying. So see, like, he got me there. I think my biggest problem with this fight is dodging. Also aim. As you can see, I'm not really getting the eyeball and doing like the damage that I would like to be doing, especially with those high-powered shots that I kind of wasted. Gosh, she just has so much health. I forgot I used the grenade here too, and it still takes me so long to down him. Y'all are gonna see it takes me so long to down him with just the handgun bullets. Oh, I forgot I wasn't actually even using the upgraded. I actually think I meant to be using the upgraded. I'm actually not. Oh, hold on. That actually makes a little bit more sense. I wasn't using the upgraded bullets. I meant to be. That was a mistake on my part. So I thought I had already used my 5 upgraded bullets. Oh. Huh. That was unfortunate, because I would that just would have been really hard to dodge. But yeah, I think if I was better at dodging him in this arena, then this fight wouldn't be nearly as bad. That's why Birkin 3 is easier for me, because I have an easier time dodging him. Oh, just having those 5 is so cool. I did it to myself at the end of the day. Oh, it's taking so much ammo. I remember being so frustrated. Okay, I got him down that time.
Surprise for you.
Once you get him down, it's easy. I just wait. If you flash him, like, stumbles forward, so it's good when he is, like, his back is facing you here. Because sometimes, if you are, like, unfortunate, you can flash him and he'll stumble, like, out of the way. See, you're gonna... Yeah, I was able to get past him there. That's what I was trying to bait out at the very beginning of the fight, and it did not work. Okay. I'm just looking at my, like, high-powered ammo. Like, do I even use it in this fight? Did I even realize that I didn't have it? Like, what the heck? Yeah, I don't have the hang of, like, how to run around him. I should be going for the back eye, too. I don't know why I focused so much on the shoulder eye. And there I had a focus shot, but I wasn't loaded. The 5 rounds only is so rough. It's so rough. Like, even doing this as Leon would be so much easier just because you have... You can do more before you need to reload, man. See, he's just, like, coming after me there. He would not leave me alone. And see, there it's like, I feel like a bunch of those shots were just completely missing. You know, I don't think my aim was that bad. Ooh. Yeah, see, I'm not sure how the best way to dodge that was. But you know what? I'm happy that I have the save right before this, because I think I would definitely like to practice this fight a bunch and become better at dodging him. Ooh, see, I kind of paused there, and that was probably my downfall with that, getting out of the range of that attack. Maybe I'm circling him too wide also. I think I did a little bit better when I was circling, like, a little closer to him. Oh. I did not realize that I was not using my height. I just thought, dude, this guy is so strong. I was like, he takes so much. I mean, I guess it is true. This one was my bad. I totally should have gotten out of the way of that. I have no excuses for that. Oh, same there. I think I was getting desperate. Because I was like, when are you gonna down? Oh my gosh, look at that.
Time for an encore.
Wait, so I actually didn't even use my high-powered ammo. Okay, this fight probably would have been a lot easier if I had used it. See, again, I was able to use the flash to make him walk forward a little bit, which is really nice, because I wasn't totally sure if it was going to hit him there. Alright, well, that was like the hard, difficult way to do that fight. I'm sure it's a lot easier if you know how to use the spark shot correctly, or if you have different weapons. But or if you use the high-powered ammo. I can't believe I also never noticed that I still had it. I don't know. I don't know what I was on in this run. But that's the hard way if you want to do it with just regular old handgun ammo. Oh, I got so turned around in here too. I should have just redone. I should have redone the last 2 sections, I guess.
Annette said her lab's not far. Wait, that cable car.
So I've put down my first 2 saves. So I still have 1 save to work with, which is nice. So I was able to do that save literally right before I went into Birkin 3, which ended up working out great. So I like where I put my saves in this. I just had to be a little risky in the first part
Almost there.
of the run because I did go quite a long time without saving. But I feel like those early
good.
parts are usually
Cable
pretty
car.
smooth once you know what you're doing. So again, the hardest part was dealing with Mr. X and the liquors and RPD2, and I'm sure
Gotta
there's
check
a better
everything.
way to do that. I just gotta
Just gotta
figure
turn
it
your
out.
back.
I gotta figure out what it is.
This tram is bound for Nest. Do not exit until the final destination.
So now we get to see Sherry in the vest, which is so cute.
I'm getting you treatment.
I'm sleepy.
Just hold on, Sherry.
I'm sorry
okay.
if anybody else is watching this and I'm making you tired, but maybe you're watching this as
For
a
your
cozy,
safety, stand clear
like,
until the
bedtime
doors are fully open.
video, in which case then the yawning is appropriate, right?
For your safety, stand clear until the doors are fully open. For your safety, stand clear until the doors.
Of course, I'm breaking the
Welcome to
rules
Nest.
and not staying clear of the
Enjoy your
doors.
visit.
I think it would be funny if the game actually punished you for not standing clear of the doors, but they don't. You can just run right at them. So here is where you can pick up the grenade launcher. So I picked it up there. And I go ahead and put the upgrade on it now that I have it. And then I put it away because I do not need it yet. You know what's so crazy is I remember noticing that I had 8 high-powered rounds. And I feel like I was just like, I must have picked some up somewhere. I don't. Oh, here's where I was like, I was missing something, but I couldn't figure out what I was missing. A heal? Because you're at death's door, girl? There we go. Now I'm ready to take on the lab. No, I didn't pick it up anywhere. I just never used it. I'm so crazy for that. So my intention was to use I'm still flabbergasted that I didn't notice, because I also thought for sure that I was only gonna have 3 going into the lab, and I was gonna use 1 on a guy coming up here, and then I was gonna use 2 on some zombies later on in the lab, and then have to take 1 out with my handgun. But then I unexpectedly ended up having more, and still my brain just, I don't know. I wasn't working on full speed here, but I got super cheated here. Oh, this hurts. This is about to hurt. It hurts me so much. So there's a guy like right outside that door. Look at that. Just terrible position. He's not always right there. A lot of times he's like a little to the side, to the left or right. And I was gonna just take him out in one blow, but he ended up eating my grenades. That's grenade number 3. Just lost. I could have used that. Could have used that stinking grenade. Ugh, it hurts. It stings. It hurts so bad. Oh well. Here I'm being careful not to open doors unnecessarily. Though I still end up taking a bite in this hallway later because I'm stupid. And I'll show you when I get there.
Dr. Lee, your presence.
Some things are
urgently
bad
requested
RNG
by
and some
Chief
things are
Hartman
just
in
me
the
being
East
stupid.
area.
When I take a bite there later was just me being an idiot. But that guy just like standing there,
West area.
that was bad RNG. Right in the door. Ah, that's so annoying. I'm so mad about it. Why was he right there? Whatever. I got my S+, despite him. Now, very important, you need to run to the left here. Because if you run to the right, you get this really annoying message that you don't have the clearance to use the elevator. It's really annoying. Like, your skin will crawl. You don't want to hear it, so make sure you run to the left there. I'm so serious. I remember in a live stream, someone was like, "Is it really that big of a deal?" Yes. Yes, it is. Run to the left there. Do it for me. I'm not asking much, lunatics. Run to the left. Now here I am going to get the grenade launcher. And this is going to be the first time I use the grenade launcher in this run. And we're going to use it to take down some plant zombies. Oh, and the plant zombies do weird things coming up here. Yeah, see, there I was again, confused that I had extra. Because I was like, why do I have so much of this? And I like put it away, like, why do I have this? Girl. I'm glad I have it though. I mean, I think that previous fight would have been a lot easier if I'd used those 5 rounds, but... Okay, so this guy...
Oh no.
I just shoot out first to get him on the ground. Because I think if you hit him with the grenade launcher while he's still in the air, I don't think he takes like the full damage. And you have to hit them twice for them to like totally burn. But this guy, like, usually they do like their little dance thing like twice. But he didn't dance the second time. He just like instantly died. And I guess that maybe was because he had damage on him that hadn't healed yet from me knocking him down, maybe? But it really weirded me out, and so I kept thinking he was alive still. So then I shot this one, and then I immediately went to check on the other guy, because I was like, are you really dead? But he was. And then what happens here is I lost track.
Bastard.
I was like, where did he go? Even reviewing the tape, I cannot see him. Like, I just could not see where that guy was. I was like, he disappeared. Did he, like, I was like, did he crawl into the vent? Like, where is he? And I was hearing all these creepy noises and getting really spooked. I was like, where did he go? Oh, that scared me so bad. Eventually, I was like, I just have to go forward. If I get attacked here, I get attacked here, I guess. But, like, where is he? Then I found him right there. I was able to kill him. So, that was weird. I've never had that happen before.
Dispensing solution now.
I'm sorry for yawning again. And I had 2 cups of coffee today. I gotta wake up because I have, at the time of me recording this, I do have a stream later today, so. And it's a collab too, so I need to be like, you know, top of my energy and stuff. I had to look up the codes because I had them written down, but I couldn't remember exactly what they were. Did you guys see how slowly I'm entering these codes? Just my leisurely pace with some of these puzzles, like, does crack me up. Because technically, I am in a little bit of a hurry, technically. Oh, well. I'm just going so slow for no reason. Like, I actually don't know what I was... Like, what am I doing? I don't know. Oh, I remember what I was doing. I'm worried about my inventory space here. Because I wanted to pick that up. That's what. And then there's a grenade here I wanted. So I think I had to drop something. What did I drop? Ah, the flash grenade. Yeah, I think that was fair. I had extra flash grenades, so. And this is why I just wish I had the...
Manual mode.
Wish I had the
engaged.
shotgun, man.
Adjust amount of solution to match cartridge capacity.
Having the shotgun is so nice. Yeah, this puzzle I think was really fun to do. Now I like have the solution memorized, but even when I did it for the first time, I thought it was very fun because I'm really good, particularly at puzzles like this. So it did not take me long to figure it out. And it made me feel very smart. So now I have the solution and I've got to freeze it. See, I just don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I think here's where I could not get down this ladder. I kept coming back up the ladder. I was really annoyed by this. It happens again. I was like, Claire, girl, will you please, before this plant zombie gets me, go down this freaking ladder, please? I am begging. And then I got turned around here too. Man, I must have been getting tired near the end of this. Because I've played this section so many times. I should not be turned around here. I know exactly where I am. Okay, now here's where I use the high-powered rounds. Because I'm gonna take out 3 zombies in here. So my plan was to take that one guy who's right in the doorway, and then I was gonna use the other 3, or 1 for him, and then I was gonna use regular bullets for the last person in here. But I ended up having extra, as you guys saw, so. This liquor, there's a pretty consistent dodge. This almost always works for me. You just kind of like run towards this trash can, and then he'll jump over you. And then coming in here, there is a zombie here that I completely forgot about. And I just like ran past him. And I ended up having to take him out later. I wasn't even sure like where the noise was coming from. That's how much I forgot that he existed and that he was there. I was waiting for this guy. Because I had extra high powered, I just took him out too. And since I don't come back this way, I should have just left this lady alive. Because there's a lady up here. I really wanted this, so I was looking at my inventory like, what do I do again? What did I end up doing here? I'm actually watching like I don't remember. Oh, I got rid of the handgun bullets. Wow. Well, I still don't have space for that high. Did I leave the high powered behind? Maybe I did. Or the high grade gunpowder? I don't remember. This happened yesterday, you guys, just for reference. This was yesterday. I don't remember what I did. I struggled with this puzzle too, because I couldn't find my notes. So I just had to like figure it out. What did I do? I must have just left it behind. Yeah, I just decided to leave it behind. Yeah, and then I saw this guy and was like, well, that was a regular bullet. So I just got a headshot on him, like, super lucky. Wow. With Leon, I take him out with the shotgun, like, right when I come through the door. Now I have to walk this next part out because there's liquors. I probably should have grabbed that high power, though. Yeah, the inventory management is difficult because you only have 5 bullets that can fit in your gun at a time. So when you're playing as Leon, you can just kind of take your gun without extra bullets a lot of times for like little sections like this, because you're not actually going to need all of that ammo that fits in your clip. But with Claire, you're having to use an extra space because you're gonna need more handgun ammo usually than just 5. And then also if you're using a mixture of that and the high powered, well now there's 3 slots gone right there.
Damn.
That's why Leon's easier, man. But I love Claire. So it's worth the suffering for Claire. I don't want to make it look like I dislike Claire, because I don't. I love her. I just think her route is harder. I think there's a large gunpowder in here as well that I just ended up having to leave behind. Maybe it's a regular size gunpowder. But I don't think it's high-grade gunpowder, at least. So now I have probe and herbicide. And I'm almost done with the labs already. See me getting caught on doors? I just can't. I can't be a speedrunner. I was afraid that I ran too close to that door and I was going to aggro them. I think I was very close to accidentally aggroing them. I stopped like just short enough. I actually don't run in this door and make them angry because I do have to come back out, and I don't know if that makes a difference on like where their placement will be when you leave this room. But I didn't want to risk it, so I just let them be. Oh, there's some nice items in this room. Wow. Wow, nice items in this room. Nice. They give you a lot of flame rounds, don't they? Well, I use them. So, mainly to kill these stupid plant zombies. Oh yeah, this liquor placement was not good for me, but I made it around. I think when the liquors are very badly placed like that, you just have to have confidence. If you hesitate at all, you're gonna end up like trapped. But you just gotta keep going. You just gotta believe in yourself. Ooh, I got lucky there because that guy also got caught in the fire. That could have been bad. That could have been really bad, actually. Because there were two right there. Well, it worked out.
Weed infestation.
You say that, but they're not dead. Look how bad that placement is, too. Because that's exactly where I want to go. So I was like, well, he has to die. And he actually died in one shot, because I think that's the same one that I just hit. Yeah, so I was checking on him, but he was dead already. But I was slow, so I ended up having to kill 3 here, which ate up a bunch of my shots, but oh well. I'd rather them be dead than have to deal with them. With Claire, playing Claire, I just need to... Half of my problems is just me forgetting to reload. It's such a skill issue. But it is so nice to be able to grab this and not get chased by Mistress. But considering I had already killed all of these plant zombies, it still wouldn't have been that big of a deal. Now this guy, I don't think I have ever noticed him before. I don't know if he's always there, like on all of the runs or not. But like he really threw me for a loop. Like why was there, is there always a plant zombie in there? I must have just always like, I don't know if I just avoid him naturally or if I'm just like my brain just isn't working, but I don't remember there being one in there. Like a surprise one? What, where did he, no, where did he? Am I wrong? Tell me in the comments, man. This is the sad part of doing pre-recorded stuff, is I can't get instant answers to my questions. Oh, that's right. So here's where, oh yeah, I made a really stupid mistake up here. I had gotten rid of my handgun ammo, right? So I only have like 4 rounds. So it was kind of like making me panicked. But I should have just, you know, I shouldn't have panicked here. I don't know. First of all, I don't know why I went for headshots because I didn't have enough. I panicked here and just did that and left her in that room. And I mean, it's over at that point. Like, she's going to attack me the second I walk into that hallway. Like, there's no getting around it. What I should have done is seen if I could use my lack of bullets. A lot of times with just 3 shots to the legs, if you hit them, I could have staggered her. And then hopefully when I came back into the hallway, she would be facing a good direction to just run by her. You could get unlucky with what direction she's facing and crawling, but it would have been better than what I did, which was go for headshots and then fail. Almost forget the freaking... Yeah, I almost forgot the freaking thing. And then of course I get attacked the minute I open this door. So all of this, that was just skill issue, man. That was just skill issue. Oh well. It's fine. Runetics, pretend you do not see. Oh, I couldn't decide if I wanted to go ahead and heal. I don't know, I decided just, and then I was like, whatever, I'll just keep going. So now we're heading up to where I'm about to make my 3rd and final save. So I'm gonna make my 3rd and final save right before I go into the 3rd Birkin fight. That means that the last 2 boss fights are on the same save. I do think it would be cool if I did it again, maybe not save until right before the 2nd Birkin fight. And then I could make my 2nd save right before this fight. And then I can make a 3rd save right before the final fight. But that's not how the cookie crumbled for this one. So I had to do the last 2 in a single save. Oh, I also... Actually, I didn't have notes. So I did find my notes for the other codes eventually. But I actually didn't have written down the OSS one. So I actually just had to figure this one out. And I struggled a little bit, so pardon me. Yeah, I'm pausing because I'm like, oh, I'll have to find the notes, but I didn't have them. So I was like, well, here we go. So for this next save, what you're going to see is not my first attempt. So I struggled a little bit. I think it was my 2nd attempt. So I didn't struggle too much. I think I died once fighting G3 Birkin. And then on my 2nd attempt is what you're going to see here, which I succeeded. And then the the first time that I went into the final fight, I did by the skin of my teeth win, so yeah. But there was one failed attempt that I've cut out here after this next save. I don't know what I'm doing here. Wow, now that I knew I was a little bit tired while I played this, but now that I'm watching it back, I think I was really tired. I was not the sharpest tool. I was struggling. Am I thinking about taking the spark shot? What? Actually, what am I doing? That's crazy. An idea that I do have for this type of video where I do the commentary, I could, because I've seen other streamers do this where, so they film the gameplay offline and then they actually stream the commentary. So like what I'm doing right now would actually be live streamed, so there would be a little bit of interaction as I narrate what I did through the game. And then that gets posted as a video later. I don't know if you guys would be interested in that or not. My fear with that is that I do have a mostly live viewership audience, so I feel like then my views for the video would end up being much smaller because people already saw it on the live stream, so you're not going to want to go watch the video. However, I do like the idea of multitasking, as in I'm creating a video and I'm live streaming at the same time, which is nice. I don't know, let me know what you guys think. You can leave a comment, because it's something I'll considering, because I definitely want to go back and I want to play Claire B and get S+. I want to get S+ as Leon B. And then I also want to play hardcore Resident Evil 3 remake. And then maybe even play Nightmare and Inferno. Maybe, I don't know. If I'm feeling insane and crazy enough, right? So those are potential videos that I could record me the playthrough offline. And then maybe stream, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Let me know what you think. So here I'm just preparing what I want to take into this fight. I'm making a lot of acid rounds. I also end up making some handgun rounds, but I don't think that was necessary. I kind of temporarily forgot that you pick some up in the arena. Obviously, I do not take the spark shot into this fight. As I've said, I don't do well with the spark shot. Yeah, I made handgun ammo. I don't know quite why I did that. I have exactly three high-powered rounds there. Yeah, and I guess that's, oh, I need to bring a knife, though. Though I don't really end up even using the knife, if I remember correctly. Do I use the knife or do I not? I'm struggling. Yeah, so I made that handgun ammo. Yeah, I actually made that handgun. Okay, so I remembered that I could pick it up while I was in there. I really made that handgun ammo for absolutely nothing. And so I've got my 3 high-powered rounds that I will use at the beginning of this fight. Just want to load that before I go into the fight.
Class A breach detected. Until target is neutralized.
Okay, yeah. I was able to get in 2 good shots with those high-powered rounds. I think I have one more. So let's see how I choose to use it. Ooh. That was a bad dodge. Yep. Okay, good use of those at least. And then I switch over to the grenade launcher. So I think I tried to kind of go back and forth between acid rounds and... See, yeah, I tried to use the knife here, but I think because the fire damage, maybe, it ended up, he stood up so quickly, so I wasn't able to get in a lot of that extra knife damage that I like to get in, which really stung. I don't know why I switched to the handgun there. I actually don't know what I was doing there. I don't know why. I think I thought maybe I had another high-powered, but I didn't actually. Now I thought I remembered like switching back and forth between flame rounds and acid rounds more than this. But I guess I didn't. But the acid round stunning him is literally so helpful. But my plan was to try and, you know, get him on fire. I'm going in with the handgun rounds. I don't know why. I don't have any left for now at this point. I think I go to pick some up though. Oh, that did not go the way that I wanted it to. Oh, I was hoping to get him with the acid. Yeah, right in the fire to do some fire damage. He can get pretty close to you, and as long as you can get that acid in him, it'll stun him. Nice. So I think, yeah, here's me trying to switch back. That was like my original plan. I probably should have saved that acid round. Okay, now he's gonna go do that thing. Man, it just takes so long to load that thing. So I used to always try to get out beside him for this, but I actually like this strategy better of just like standing on the other end of the arena when he throws that. Works pretty well. Oof, oof. That wasn't good. That was my own fault. But I think I've almost got him. Dead in a second here. Did I use all my acid rounds? Yeah, I guess I did. But see what I'm saying? I just have a much better or easier time dodging him here. Oh, I didn't remember that happening. Good thing I had that knife, huh? I think here I'm kind of panicking because I'm low on ammo, so yeah, I go to pick up some stuff. Handgun ammo. Oh my gosh, I hadn't reloaded. I got so lucky there. Yeah, I get so much handgun ammo in this fight. Ooh, I was not paying attention. I don't remember him doing that. Did I end up using it here? No, I didn't. I opted to stay in caution. I don't know if that was smart, but I thought he has to be dead soon. Yeah, and he was. Okay, well, that's the fight. I think it went smooth enough.
Ending quarantine.
I made some sloppy mistakes, but overall it went kind of as planned, so. Yeah, but I'm not quite sure what happened with the... Like, he got up so fast. Like, I got like 2 swipes in with the knife and he just stood up. I feel like I'm usually able to get a lot more damage in on him with the knife before he recovers. I might have been too close and maybe popping his eyes. I might have popped his eyes with eyes on his chest with the knife, because it's when all the eyes pop, he gets up. So it's better to kind of just hit his back and his arms without hitting the eyes, because then you can get more damage in. Because he'll stay down for longer. But they worked out.
Gotta get back to Sherry.
So, yep, this is my first attempt going into this. At least besides when I first played the game. But of course I did play the game for the first time as Claire on hardcore. But I had a different weapon. I had the submachine gun, which I think I ended up using. And I think I ended up using more. I had more acid rounds and flame rounds. Then I'm like out of all of those in this run, so... Oh, I think I panicked here too, because I couldn't remember if there was another box before you have to like run through the ivy and stuff.
Can you walk faster?
Yeah.
I don't want to rush you.
So
but
I started to
we
leave
have
here and
go.
then I turned around and was like, wait, I need to go back to the box.
Use the central elevator to evacuate.
Wow, I got kind of far before I was like, I need to go back to the box. So I have 2 high-grade ammo, which I picked up in the arena, which I actually forgot were down there too. That would have been nice if I'd remembered that during the fight.
Use the central elevator.
Because I end up not really getting to use those. But I think I take, yeah, like the last of my flame rounds. Oh, yeah, I've got 3 flame rounds left, so I'm like, well, I'm just gonna have to make these work. And then I've got that handgun ammo. And I got the spark shot, I guess, but I didn't. I think, oh, look at that. Oh, I thought about taking it. Maybe I did take it in case I needed it. I was, as you can see, I was very worried. I don't know why I combined 2. I could have just taken 1 herb, but whatever, I had extra herbs.
Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use
Yeah, I must have been worried about the
Attention. Self-destruct sequence
vines,
initiated.
vine monster
Use the
things.
central elevator to evacuate immediately to the bottom of the train platform.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated.
Almost done.
Central elevator to evacuate
I'm so sleepy.
to the bottom of the train
No! I gotta take a nap.
platform. Attention.
I love looking around when you get to that one part and you can see like the reactor on the elevator, like here. Oh,
Claire?
it's so cool looking.
Thank you
It's
for
so
being
sick.
so nice to me. For helping me.
I know
I'm really glad I
some
met
people
you.
kind of
I'm really glad I met you too,
like
Sherry.
the
But save your things until I get
dirtiness
you out of this place.
of the lab, more so like what you see in Resident Evil 1 and I think in the original games. But I'm not gonna lie, I really like the kind of sterilized, like modern looking.
Use the central elevator to evacuate.
What just fell? So it looked like something fell. That was weird. I don't know what that was. But I like it for... See, there was a box that I could have used over here. I like that look for these remakes. It feels more realistic to me, I think is why I like it. Because I feel like a dirty... I don't know, like the lab wouldn't be dirty. And yes, like clearly things went wrong and like stuff was messed up, right? Clearly. But I just don't think that it would have gotten that dirty that fast. You know what I mean? Like, blood splattered everywhere is one thing, but for things to like literally look like they're covered in mold and dust and disarray just doesn't feel very lab to me. There is something creepy to me about a sterile environment.
Of course.
I don't know.
Stupid thing's locked.
Now this is what I was talking about, being afraid
Sherry,
of
what are you-
these
I think I can open it from the other side.
vines, because as Sherry's trying to open it, 2 vine people are going to hop down.
Damn it, you're
I think my original plan was to pop their things, but I didn't realize that they're all in the front. So I was like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to, I'm gonna need to get them with this.
Enter detonation.
The little, like, bulbs, if you pop those, it does stun them pretty consistently. But I only had one left here, so I was like, well, I'm really just gonna have to hope that she unlocks this door before either of them get up. And she did.
Nice work, Sherry. We made it.
Nice. Right in the wick of time, huh? I guess that first plant zombie waiting until like the very last second to
Sherry,
hit it with
you hanging
the
in there?
grenade launcher actually
behind you.
probably helped,
Atta girl. Think we're almost out of
because he
here.
wasn't up again in time before Sherry opened the door. This fight I think is insanely
Worth a try.
hard. I genuinely think
Till
this is the hardest fight in the entire game between both routes. And I think that's because he does so much damage to you. Like, there is no like getting into caution. You just go straight to danger with every single hit. I brought so much healing into this, and I used all of it, you guys. I literally used all of it. I had to get rid of some stuff though, because I'm gonna need to... Oh, that's right, yeah, I just put...
detonation.
Yeah, that's what I brought. Wow, okay. Yeah, I didn't bring the grenade launcher. I brought handgun as a backup. Just, you know, just in case you get desperate. But I knew I was gonna mostly use the Gatling gun and the grenades.
What are you doing?
Honestly, I should have just brought more grenades and not even brought my handgun. Maybe all those grenades, you know, that stack of 3 grenades that I could have had that I wasted on silly errors. Or bad RNG. You know what? It all worked out in the end, because you'll see. But I take so many hits in this fight. I think I literally use all of that healing. That means I healed 6 times. Holy moly. Alright, you guys. Here's a nail biter of a fight. I also took some risks I didn't need to, though. Like, I don't know why I was trying to shoot him up here. I didn't get hit, but I still feel like it was risky. Oof, that was rough. That was rough. I don't know how I could have gotten around that one. Like, he started it at such a bad timing. Ah, that was rough too. That was so rough. Yeah, those first 2, you know what, I'm gonna give myself a pass on, because not that it would have been impossible to, but it just feels like it was kind of bad timing. To try it. Would have been hard to dodge. So I thought that he was about to climb up the wall, which is why I threw that grenade. But then he was actually preparing for a different attack, and then he jumped up the wall, and I never should have gone for that. I think I got cocky because it worked out for me at the beginning of the fight, but that was just me being dumb. I never should have. But that happens a few times where I don't quite, but I also haven't done this fight a whole bunch, as you guys know. So I don't know exactly the signal for when he's gonna climb up the wall. So I kept throwing the grenades thinking, like there I thought he was gonna climb up the wall, and he wasn't. He was just gonna do that attack again. So then I thought, well, he'll probably climb up the wall now, right? But no, he was not about to climb up the wall. I was like, he's gotta climb up the wall sometime, right? I was just like, climb up the wall. That, I don't know why, that was dumb. I don't know why I ran into him like that. I think because I knew I couldn't outrun him around that corner. And then of course he immediately climbs up there. That's so annoying. Birkin, you get on my nerves. That one ended up being okay with that charge because I knew I could skirt to the side. Oh, see, yeah, I just took, that was just risky. Here I was like, oh, this is bad because I'm gonna immediately take another hit. Oh, but I didn't, okay. And then I thought, is he gonna climb up the wall here? So I was like, let me throw a grenade. And he was, but look at this. I think that should have knocked him down. I must have just been like ever so slightly behind. I was very annoyed that that didn't knock him off. Ooh, that was just me being dumb too, man. You know what? This, yeah, on another go around, I think I could have done much better on this fight because I was just making some of these hits were just really silly mistakes. Yeah, I like when he does the charge attack that way. I don't know why I'm attacking when I can't see the eyes. I think I didn't quite realize that he had gone into his, like, last form. But when I did realize, I was like, oh, heck yeah, let's go. And there you go. That was it. There wasn't anything else for me to do. And that was my Claire S+ run. On hardcore. Claire A. Yeah. It was fun. As per usual. I also got another achievement, which was, I only took so many steps. I forget how much it is, but there's like a achievement for completing the game like under so many steps. Which I'm surprised because I feel like I did some crazy stuff in this one. But apparently I did it in few enough steps, so... Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this once again. I love this game. I love this game. I cannot thank you all enough for introducing this game to me. And I'm excited to continue with this series. A lot of exciting stuff is happening. Next year, we're going to be getting Resident Evil 9. There's going to be a horror movie coming out by a director that I actually trust. And I still have a lot of the games to dive into and play that I haven't played yet. So thank you guys once again for joining me. And I really hope that you enjoyed this. But for now, it's bittersweet, but I must say farewell. Give glory to the runes, for my love and affection is forever with you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.